Joshua Rorty here, Jeremy Rorty, coming at you guys this time from the Phoenix Nest. We just got done converting his garage. He's got a very nice wife. Let us take the whole thing. No place for the cars, no place for the motorcycle, but there's a place for karate.
Place for my heavy bag.
So we wanted to bring to you guys today a skill that was taught to us by our Kung Fu teacher, Mike McDonald. And we'd already had a long history of Kali, so as soon as Mike McDonald showed us this exercise, we instantly fell in love with it. The idea is to toughen up your forearms, so when you're blocking punches and kicks, it's not going to hurt you as much. And if it does hurt you, you're tough enough that, if it hurt me, that really hurt the other guy. He's in pain right now.
In the drill we're getting ready to do, the 4 sections that we're talking about is the thumb side, the pinky side. We have the inside that's a little bit more fleshy, and then the outside that's also a little bit more fleshy.
Beginning, we're going to be facing each other in a horse stance. First part, we're going to be toughening up this muscle on the inside of the forearm. We're just going to start with a low. We're going to smack both of our forearms together, and then we're going to reach up high. And then we're going to do the other side. We're going to go low and high. And you can just keep doing this combination between the two. And you don't have to go really hard, but as you start getting used to it, you can start going harder and harder. Breathe with it. That breathing is going to help you deal with the pain for it. So not that you normally want to be blocking with this part of the forearm. Normally you want to block with this side because it's shaped like an axe, and it's actually going to hurt the other person when you block with it. But sometimes you might accidentally block with this part, and if it hasn't been toughened up, you're going to be in trouble.
And a big part of this forearm training is just getting used to the pain. You're not going to stop the pain from happening. It's not going to magically disappear because we keep banging our arms together. But your body gets accustomed to the pain. You start to realize it's not a big deal anymore.
So the next 2 parts of the forearm we're going to go over is going to be the thumb side and the pinky side, the radius and the ulna. So we're going to start with a similar motion, but we're actually going to miss each other's fists. But we're going to come up and we're going to go thumb side. We bend the elbow and we smack the thumb side together. Then we're going to drop it down into a low block. If we do the other side, this is what we would call in Taekwondo an outer forearm block and then a low block. And you can even try that one a couple of times. The hand that's not blocking will bring up to a chambered position right underneath your armpit. Okay, so now if you've been keeping track, we've blocked with this part of the forearm, we've hit with the radius and with the ulna. Now we're going to use the back part of the forearm, and we're going to be putting the 2 bones together. This next part's going to take a little bit of footwork, so we figured we'd break out the numbers so you can see what our feet are doing. We'll focus on that part first, and then we'll come back to what we're doing with our forearms. So remember, we're doing this exercise from our horse stance, and if we're the correct distance apart, the footwork should be pretty easy. We're just trading spots with our right foot and then trading spots with our left foot. So you'll notice he's on the number 1 with his right foot, and I'm on the number 1 with my right foot. All we do is we step to the number 1 at the same time. Then we step backwards to the number 2.
So that's the key. I step forward with my right foot, but then I step backward with my left foot.
We also refer to this a lot as an open gate swing and then a closed gate swing, and that ends up being on the same plane as where you started from. Do it again.
We're back to our original spot.
So now as you go through it, all you have to do is put your fist down and you turn your thumb to point towards you. Your body turning is going to do the rest, and it's going to hit the back part of the forearm, which is the only part we haven't used yet. We've used the front of the forearm, we've used the radius and the ulna, and now we're going to use both the radius and ulna together with the back of the forearm. So as we take the step, the fist is out there, they're going to naturally clack into each other. We take the step back, we just stick their arm out, they're going to naturally clack into each other. You can practice this as an exercise on its own. So at this point in time, you may not have a training partner, but you can always utilize your environment as a training partner. For this exercise, if you got a tree, a telephone pole, or even a heavy bag, that could be your training partner. And it's going to probably be more cooperative than another human anyway, because he's just going to sit there and do what he's supposed to do. So in this case, I'm going to demonstrate on the heavy bag. If you are going to use a heavy bag, you might want to raise the heavy bag up or make your stance low, because the lower part of the heavy bag is the harder part of the heavy bag. That's what's going to get you your bigger workout on the forearm. For the heavy bag, you are going to have to be a little bit closer to it too. It's going to feel a little bit uncomfortable, but that's okay. You won't make the heavy bag uncomfortable. He's just going to do what he's supposed to do. Okay, so for this, you'll start from your horse stance, and you're going to start with your low and high. When you go to do your outer forearm block, you'll be able to see it better from this angle. You want to get your entire forearm flat against it, and then you want to press that low block down and you want to smack it hard. When you go to change your stance, you're actually going to only move 90 degrees around the bag, and you'll start it again.